Hope everybody is all right on this wonderful day. I got y'all in the middle of it. Let me see what I can do here. Get Instagram straight. Get Instagram straightened out. Y'all all right? Have a good weekend? Everything good? It's everything. Thank you for your patience this morning. Getting everything rolling to finish out this wonderful month. This wonderful month of morning momentum. Let's go. Let's get this roll call done. Get our conversation going and all that good stuff. Val say, you ain't gonna do it again. You ain't gonna do it again. Y'all not gonna beat me again. Valerie Benjamin, number one in today. Valerie Benjamin, number one in today on the YouTube, Facebook platform. Number two in today is Miss Gwen Parsons. Miss Gwen, number two in today. Number three in today is Miss Lori Haviland. God bless you, Miss Lori. God bless you. Charlottesville, VA in the house. Charlottesville. Kim DW, number five in today. God bless you, woman of God. Elder Kim, thank you so much for your support of this platform. Let's go to IG, see where we at. Apostle Miriam Keller, number one in IG this morning. God bless you. My girl Ghana, holding it down from St. Louis, number two in today. God bless you. God bless you. Miss Barbara, God bless you. God bless you, Miss Barbara, number three in today. Chocolate Brown. Miss Trinice, number four in today. I bet we're going to get our catch up for this weekend. Last week, girl. Oh, my gosh. I bet we won't do that again. I pray your ball went well on yesterday. Sorry, we had conflicting. Well, I couldn't go anyway. It was mamas. It was mamas and daughters and mamas and sons and all that. But I pray that went well. Miss Adams, number five in today. God bless you. Or is that Adama? Is that Miss Adama on Instagram? God bless you. And Thea, good morning to you. Val, good morning to you here too. Lady of Distinction, what's up, Sohana? Good morning to you. Good morning to you here, Elder Kim. Heart of Gold, good morning to you. That looks like Aubrey. Is that you? Kevy, I like the IG. Miss Adama, that's cool. That's cool. Just had a conversation with me on IG. Powerful word on yesterday evening. You deserve a great vacation. Wow, I need it, Apostle Keller. I really do. I was thinking about how can I get a couple days away. I need it. Kevy, are you up? I'm up, Kevy. Are you up? Because I'm up. I love that saying. Are you up? Because I'm up. I love it. I love it. Laid back. Gonna say two. You need to be one, huh? Those three services, I'm still on a Holy Ghost high. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, I know, Trinice, you coming with me. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get this roll call in, family. Go back over here to this other this other YouTube and Facebook platform. Let me get this roll call in. Let me speak to my family. Be patient with me. Let me speak to my family, and we're going to get going. This is very important to me, to speak to my family. Connect with y'all. Make sure we are feeling each other today. I want to feel your heart. Make sure you feel mine, even if it's virtual. Even if it's virtual. Well, I didn't kick myself out of my monitor. Hold on. Hold on. Like Urkel said, did I do that? Hold on. Here we go. I think I'm back. All right, let's go. Miss Ernestine Long, you just made it out you were just out the top 5. You number 6 this morning. Lady Long, God bless you this morning. DeAndre Richardson, good morning to you. Momentum family. Elena Kelly, good morning to you. God bless you. Narissa Sanders, good morning to you, family. Rufus Hobson, good morning to you, sir. Desiree Wright, good morning to you. Miss Wileen Neely, good morning to you. Miss Janet Sanders, good morning to you. Miss Joanne Russell, good morning to you. Ron Overton, good morning to you, sir. Latoya Wilson, good morning to you. Adama Sadiq, good morning to you as well. Michaela Anderson, good morning to you. Apostle Keller, good God Almighty. I know that's right. Good God Almighty morning back to you. Carol Hines Williams, what up, sis? Shantika Cook, God bless you. I've been missing you, girl. You good to do for another visit. Teresa McCaskill, God bless you this morning. Dina Boyd, God bless you. Teresa McCoy, God bless you. Lisa Taylor Corporating, what up, sis? Thank y'all for the tags. April Collins, good morning to you. Tanya Simpson, good morning. Gloria Gray, good morning to you. Let's see. Joy Miller, good morning to you. Hope you got some rest. I got some. I did get some. I kind of collapsed on everybody yesterday. My little man was wanting a haircut, and folks were shaking at me. I was like, not tonight. Not tonight. I checked out. Kim Bullock, God bless you. Nicole Richardson, God bless you. Barbara Williams-Gray, God bless you. Jack Jones, good morning to you. Miss Kim, God bless you again. Tara White, good morning, family. Shauna Belt, good morning to you. Reagan Dennis, good morning. Latanya Neely, good morning to you. Victoria Connor, good morning to you. Hallelujah. The man Baker, what up, Kim? Alfred Long, what up, Bishop? Bishop Long, God bless you to you. Taja Long, hey, girl, how you doing? Gwen Parsons, good morning. Tara, thank you for the tags. Lori, Charlottesville in the building. Deb Holmes, good morning to you. Stephanie Austin, what's going on, family? Tamiko Jones, good morning. Simone Van, good morning. Miss Kim, thank you so much. Thank you so much for those comments. I appreciate you so much. Sable Michelle, good morning to you. Fran Young, great morning to you. Shanika Harris, God bless you. Ashley Bowman, let's get it. We about to get it. We about to get it. We about to get it. Raimi, Jael, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Thank y'all for tagging. Thank y'all for sharing. Vera Dixon, good morning to you. Lena Cofield, good morning to you. Let's go. We almost there. Jamal Henderson, good morning to you, son. Bless you. Tracy Boss, good morning. Wonderful job this weekend and this month, Tracy. Wonderful job on that anniversary. Y'all did amazing. Hannah Parker, good morning to you. Ronna Gabo Mack, good morning to you. I think we're there. Mr. Knox, good morning to you. LaQuia, good morning to you. Apostle Dowdy, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's go. Day 20, guys. 2 more days. 2 more days. And these last 2 days are for the exclusive. If you're not wanting to be fully committed, if you're not wanting to be a fully committed person, if you're not looking for remarkable results, if you're not looking to be remarkable, this probably is not the discussion for you. We're done with the average. Level 4 was probably most people's limit as far as what they're willing to do or how far they're willing to go in their commitments. It's probably most people's limit. It's when people start to decide if somebody is worth it, or if a project is worth it, or if it's worth my time. Is it worth my money? Is it worth the headache? And, at that level is when burnout tries to creep in. But let's get in there. I'll get to that in a little bit. Hey, Tramika, what up, dear? DeQuandra, good morning to you. Kendra, good morning to you. Thank you for the tag and the @ing your followers. We're talking about the anatomy of commitment. We've been talking about this all month. And if we haven't, well, let me just pause. Let's do it the right way. This is Morning Momentum. If you're new to this broadcast, if you're new to this podcast, if you're new to this platform, if you're just scrolling through and landed on us, this is a daily dose, a daily spot of inspiration, a daily dose of impartation that we take to start our morning, to bring momentum to our day. We take one topic and we take 21 days and we deal with that topic until we have vetted completely through what that topic entails. And so if that sounds like something that you would love to be a part of, we would love for you to join our Momentum family. 21 days out of each month we meet, we gather, we are connected, we are growing together, and we would love for you to be a part of that. We're live every morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we would love to have you in our community. Like and share this. If this has been a blessing to you, I just ask that you would share it and bless somebody else. All right? Father, give us space for this conversation. We thank you for the capacity to receive and retain and even consider what we hear today. In Jesus' name, amen. Pastor Bates, what up, GOAT? What up, man of God? The community's pastor. I bless God for you. JD, God bless you this morning. God bless you. We're so excited to have all of you guys here. Second Chronicles 16 and 9 is where we'll be taking our foundation text still as we're talking through this. Second Chronicles 16 and 9. We've been using the same text to kind of set up our conversation each day, and we're going to continue in that same manner today. The eyes of the Lord is searching, or let me say it this way: the eyes of the Lord search the whole earth in order to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. That's the whole basis behind why we're trying to find this level of full commitment, because God is searching for those people. That's the whole reason why we've been having this teaching, because I believe that there is another level of grace reserved for those who are fully committed. And fully commitment to the Lord oozes out, or it leaks out into your life, where you'll find you're fully committed in everything. You can't be fully committed to God, but partially committed to people and partially committed to assignments and commitments. Because the Bible also teaches us that we ought to do everything we do ought to be as unto the Lord and not to man. So if I'm fully committed to him and my work is unto him, then my work should be always at an excellent stance, and I should be fully engaged in everything I do. Natasha Zaire, God bless you. Tamika Robinson, God bless you. And so that's the whole premise, is to get us to the place where everything we lay our hands in on, everything we connect to, everything we say yes to, has the full attention and has our full commitment. And I want us to understand what that looks like, because the definitions of that has been too broad and too vast. And a lot of us have fallen out because we have two different definitions of what commitment looks like. And so in the Message Bible, it says, God is always on the alert, constantly on the lookout for people who are totally committed to him. In the New King James Version, it says, to show himself strong on the behalf of. The behalf of who? Those who are fully committed to him. Totally committed to him. Right? The Amplified Version says he's searching the earth for somebody he may support. He's trying to find somebody that he can put his weight behind. And he chose to put his weight behind and support those that have committed to a total commitment, fully committed, remarkable, as we've been talking about, in their commitment. I want you to write that word somewhere. I want you to put it on a sticky note, put it on in your mirror when you brush your teeth. I want you to put it in your phone, whatever you got to do on your screensaver, whatever you got to do to remind yourself, remarkable is the goal. I want to be remarkable today. You don't have a problem winning your day if you have a goal to be remarkable today. Don't, sometimes let's break this thing down. Instead of trying to be remarkable this week, try to just be remarkable today. Be remarkable to your commitments. Be remarkable with your energy. Be remarkable to blessing somebody and making somebody's day and wowing somebody. Find a need to meet. If it ain't money, if you don't have that, you can find a need to meet. Go help somebody do something. Right? Because our commitments ultimately shape our lives. I've been saying that, and I will continue to say that until we're finished. They support our marriages. They support our relationships. They support lasting friendships. They support, and they drive. They don't just support, but they drive. They are always in the driver's seat of our results. Some things worked or didn't work based on the level of our commitment to it. A lot of stuff we lost steam in, not because it was no longer anointed or no longer assigned to us to do. We just were not as committed as we used to be to it. If you really are honest with yourself and go back, you stop doing the things you used to do. You stop pursuing as hard as you used to pursue. You might have saw something, you might have experienced something, you might have felt something, somebody might have done something to you, but it caused you to back up. So when there's a backup that happens, there's not going to be as much result as it used to be. What up, Zion? And so I need you to understand that, because making and keeping commitments start a constructive process that is self-reinforcing and empowering. I keep saying that. When I get better at making and keeping commitments, we're not talking about commitments this month for you not to make a lot of them because you don't want to break them. Right? That's not the honorable posture. God is a covenant God, and he loves to see people that have committed to a covenant. He loves it. But he says, if we do that, let's stick to that decision. Verse 6 says, the eyes of the Lord is searching the whole earth in order to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to him. He's running to and fro looking from that. He's not just stopping. He's searching. He's surveying. He constantly is on the lookout, right? Fully committed, completely, entirely. Furthest extent. This is what we're after. No less or fewer than all, completely, entirely, wholly, totally, thoroughly, in all aspects. Because we've been learning that it's possible to be committed at different levels. It's possible to be committed at different levels. And so we got to make sure that we understand what this means. And so the goal, or where we've been going, is to get to this remarkable. I want you to have the tools to be a consistently remarkable person. Not remarkable potential, but remarkable in your production, in what you produce. Remarkable in the function of who you are. Right? Remarkable, what is that? Worthy of being or likely to be noticed, especially by being uncommon. Those are some amazing words that fit you. Uncommon. Hey, Eb. Hey, Tina. Uncommon. Extraordinary. Or I like to pronounce it this way just so that I can emphasize the two words that are combined here. Extraordinary. I'm not just ordinary. I got some extra on me. That's what extraordinary is. Extraordinary. Exceptional. Unusual. Interesting and excellent. When you grab this teaching, especially today and tomorrow, I promise you, you will always stand out. You will be loud even when you don't open your mouth. Your work will be loud. Your impact will be loud. Hey, Ms. Granford, the response to who you are will get louder. You want to make some noise? Become remarkable. Don't get louder in your voice and your tone and you screaming for attention. Become remarkable and watch what happens. You're going to always be a cut above. You're going to always be exceptional. You're going to always be interesting. You're going to always be excellent. You're going to always be unusual because people are not used to consistent, remarkable people. They stand out, and I don't care how big the crowd is. I don't care how large your church is, you're going to stand out. I don't care how large your company is, you're going to stand out. I don't care how large your family is, you're going to stand out. I don't care how large your community is, you're going to stand out. I don't care how many people in the club, I shouldn't say club, but people meet people in the club still. Whatever environment you are in, you're going to stand out. Because you're always a cut above everybody else. This is what I'm talking about. And like I said, today's conversation is going to start separating the cream. The la creme de la creme going to start to rise to the day. Right? Because like I said earlier, this is level 5 is when we get into exceptional, remarkable, unusual, excellent, uncommon, and to some people, confusing. Michaela, you're a cut above. And you gotta know that. And when you know you're a cut above, when people experience you, they should experience different. And I take pride in their experience with me, not necessarily their response to me. Because if I'm a cut above, that means everybody else's cut is not going to be equal. Ooh, that's good sipping. That's good sipping material right there. Jess, good morning to you. That means it's not going to be equal. So when I know I'm a cut above, ain't many people going to love like me. When I know I'm a cut above, there's not going to be a lot of people that is as thoughtful as I am. And it's going to be hard to find your equal. And it's not, and I'm not telling you to reduce yourself. I'm telling you, and I'm getting ahead of myself because this is going to be really number 6 lesson tomorrow. But now you take the posture as always taking pride in being the educator. And I can't get too much into that because that's really the last level in some form. But now you get to show people the difference. And you get to coach people how to come up to where you are. And we can do it lovingly and we can do it patiently because we understand, come on, this ain't usual. They ain't used to the kind of love they're getting from me. They ain't used to the level of grace and sincerity and attention and intentionality that I love with. I'm a breath of fresh air, and I know it, and I strive to be it. And so when people get that, sometimes they don't know how to take it, and they think I'm doing too much. And I want you to understand that. When you understand that you walk at a remarkable level, the air is very thin up there. There's not a lot of people up there. And you cannot give in to the gravitational pull to pull you back down to usual and average. No, you got to fight gravitational pull with another law of that says there's a law of aerodynamics. There's a law that keeps me higher, aerodynamics, which takes momentum and force and takes speed to move through the law of gravity. And if you're around the same crowd who don't understand what you represent, they'll try to pull you down to their usual, common, ordinary personification. And you can't give in to that. Hey, Miss Whitney, good morning. Hey, Britt, good morning. Because you're remarkable. So let's go through them to get us to where we are today. The first one is interested. Right? That's the first level of commitment. Like, that's aware of the basics and adding to that knowledge on a casual basis. I'm committed to it, but nobody knows it but me. And I still got to figure out if I'm really as committed to it as I said I am. It is when you start thinking about you might become, it's when you start thinking about you might be interested in something. It's got my attention. I might pursue that. It's equivalent to you going to the mall, walking by a shirt. Oh, that's nice. Go in there and look at the tag. Oh, it's a good price too. I didn't come for that today, but I'm gonna come back and check that out. But let me go and do what I was supposed to do. I might come back Friday. Committed on a casual basis. If you come back and it's gone, I missed it. Ain't no big deal. Right? If I get involved in it, no big deal. If I don't, I ain't there yet. I'm exploring. It's when you check the Reach Church out online, but you ain't ready to come back to church yet. You might listen to me and say, well, that's my pastor right there. I don't know that. You'd be amazed how many people are committed in that posture. I see them in the community. Man, I'm loving what you're doing. I'm going to have to come visit you one day. Pray for me. I ain't ready to come back to church yet. When I come, I might come there, though. And in their mind, this is their church, even though it's not physically their church yet, because they're not physically in the building. But if they were to come, they're committed to this. Right? It's different places of the commitment. Then we go to informed. It goes deeper. It goes deeper. You start to get knowledgeable as a result of persistent, intentional study. Right? You're starting to get deeper and say, okay, this is something I want to pursue. This is something that looks like this is something that is going to be worth my time. So you start buying books. You start subscribing to different magazines and stuff and taking classes or attending seminars or coming to a revival or a conference. Or, you have the intention of expanding your knowledge. Now, at this level, you have the potential to become remarkable if you keep going, but you're not at remarkable level yet. You just have the potential because there is no action. You've been getting new information. You've been learning more. You've been asking more questions, but you have not yet started to apply, right, what you have learned. You're not ready to apply it. You're not ready to get involved. You're not ready to join the team that you love. You're not ready to join an organization. You want to come and experience it and visit and fellowship, but you're not ready to get fully involved. And that leads us to our third level, which is involved. It's when you make the decision to join something. And sometimes at the involved level, you join the church, but you have not yet joined any kind of community groups or any kind of small groups, any kind of auxiliaries. You just simply go and listen and take in, but you've committed to being, that's the place where you listen, that's the place where you worship, that's the place where your voice is. That's still a level of commitment. Even though you hadn't put your time in yet, you hadn't put your talent in yet, and you might not start giving in the offering yet, but you are involved. You have an evidence there that you desire to go deeper and find this remarkable level. Okay? Deborah, good morning to you. Tika, Sean, good morning to you. Philip, we're going to you. What's up, Chi-Town? And so what happens is this. At this level of involved, you start to apply it to your life. That means you start to hear information and actually retain it and then go try to live by it. It's a good thing, right? It is when you start to develop and grow in your commitment. This is when you can make a decision to give of yourself. This is when you really say, okay, I think this is a place that I need to plant my feet. I think this is an issue I need to plant my feet. This is an organization. This is a cause that I need to plant my feet in. Okay, it might be when you're courting somebody. You guys go on some casual dates, then it gets kind of serious. You say, okay, maybe I need to plant my feet here and see where this is going to go. Give of myself, open up. Start sharing a little deeper, start asking deeper questions. You start to just trust in your life more, whether it's with God, with your relationship with Him, Whether it's with a person in your relationship with them, whether it's in with the cause, whether it's even in a job situation or in a church setting. You start to get comfortable enough to plant your feet. Say it like this. Let me say it like this. It's almost like when you get comfortable enough to put your baggage down, take your clothes out of the suitcase and actually fold them and put them in a drawer. That means you plan on staying for a while. It's an unpacking in a thing. And everything in me is not closed up, but I begin to unpack who I am. Ooh. Right? And plant it where I've been placed. Engage myself. Then number 4, and this is where most people think is the ultimate committed person, it's when you're immersed. While immersed is good, because immersed is the gateway, which means the opening, the pathway. You're right there close to a remarkable. The gateway is when you plunge into something. It is when, immersed is when you plunge into something. It's when you become completely involved in it. Can't nobody tell you nothing bad about it. This is where you call to it. This is what you're going to do. Whether it's with God, I'm going to serve him. I'm going to change some things. I'm going to get in his word. I'm going to let it develop me. I'm going to let it change my course and my trajectory. I'm sold out to being different, to shifting. I'm immersed in it. I'm not putting my pinky toe in it. I done dove in it. I done jumped in it. I'm going to trust him. And he's going to allow me to either sink or swim. But I'm going to trust him in this new season of my life. It is to involve oneself deeply in a particular activity or interest. And when you do that, you give it the greatest chance of success. Some of us have never seen great success because we ain't thrown ourselves at anything. You've been praying for God to bless something you've only given 10% of who you are to. Let me see it right there. How he's going to be phenomenal with the return when you're minimal with the investment. Ooh, I need another sip. Anything that has a minimal investment cannot have a maximum return. And it's amazing how we are, even in our relationships, even in our marriages, our relationships, but especially with our relationship with God. We want to serve him timidly. We want to serve him withholding. We want to serve him still keeping our calendar and keeping our structure and keeping hold, keeping ourselves together, so keeping stuff in the closet that might tear us up. We serve God with so many restrictions, but we want him to be unlimited in his favor toward us. And we love to shout in church, take the limits off. And when we say take the limits off, that does not just mean take the limits off so God can give us more blessing. Come on, sometimes, most of the time, take the limits off means that you're more vulnerable and you're more open to being used in a greater capacity. We okay when we say take the limits off for God, but are we okay when we say take the limits off to God and give him more access, give him complete access? We're so closed. We're so closed when it's time to give, but we're so open when it's time to receive. Are y'all still here? So, immersed is where a lot of people circle as being the goal. That's when you say, I'm all in it. I'm submerged. I'm engaged. What do you want me to do? Where do you need me? It's the gateway to remarkable. I get it. Because at this level, you are not just getting involved, but you are now passionate about the outcome. This is important because you're not just joining something or connecting with somebody just for your benefit, but now you're starting to get the bigger picture. Now you're starting to get the bigger picture. I want to understand the vision. I want to be a part of the execution. I want to be a part of what we're doing. I want to understand what the issues are, what has hindered us from getting to this level in the past. What are the current roadblocks and what are the current hurdles we got to get over to actually become successful? This is when you start to get more connected with God and you immerse yourself and you become knowledgeable and you just start to desire his will. And you get in a place where you want to know what he wants out of you, when you want to know what you were created to do, when you want to know the will of God, and you're learning in that direction. It's when you begin to start being recognized as an expert or a specialist at something because you start doing a little research on it. You start taking it a little seriously. You start taking extra time to be good at what you're assigned to do, which means I don't just do it recreationally, but now I take pride in my work. This is a good. And people that are committed on level 4 are very effective. I'm not saying you're not effective, but this is still not the remarkable level. At this level, you are up to speed on what's cutting edge and constantly looking for ways to improve your offering and improve the brand of what you're passionate about. So now you start to research what other people are doing that's new so that you can be up to speed. You see it? So even though you're innovative, you always still are behind the curve. Bless you, Apostle Kelly. Thank you and New Faith for your generosity and your great hospitality and embracing us and embracing who I am and allowing us to be a part of such a momentous occasion of your 30th anniversary. It was a pleasure. I value our friendship. I value our brotherhood. I value who we are side by side in the kingdom. So I salute you, man of God. I really do. So this immersed level of commitment is some that people respect, but we're talking about getting to this remarkable level, the 6th level, this fully committed level. And to get there, you got to go to where we're going today, number 5. It's a level called invested. Invested. We're going to talk about that today. Invested. See, there's a difference between liking something. There's a difference between supporting something as far as being committed to it and loving it and feeling it and eating from it and experiencing it and even applauding it. There's a difference between applauding something and agreeing with it with what it's bringing that somebody else is putting together for you. But there's another level of commitment that says not only am I going to immerse myself in what somebody else has positioned or has created for me to manage or for me to help lead or help hold, but now I'm getting to the place where I'm also investing in it. I'm committed to it to the place that it has my investment. So now it is not as hard for me to pull out because I got stake in the game. I remember when I was in banking, in commercial banking. I don't care how big the company was. I don't care how successful your business was. But whenever we did a business loan, well, I'll make this analogy, but it's true in the home ownership too, for individual home ownerships. That's why they have a 20% down mandate for home ownership. But in the banking, you had to have, most banks will not finance a full project. That though the person who is looking for help can't get all the investment for somebody else when it's your dream. So in the corporate space, they want at least 25% down, or they want 25% investment from you before they ever consider giving you additional percentage of investment. And it's amazing how many people want investment from other people into you when you ain't even invested in it yourself. What is your investment to the thing you say you committed in? Where's your skin in the game? That word investment, invested. To be invested means devote one's time, effort, energy. Let me put this word in here. It ain't in the definition, but it's in there. Because I told y'all the 3 T's that is the critical pieces of who we are. Is our time, our talent, and our treasure. You are not committed to a thing if they don't have your time, your talent, and your treasure. So the definition of being invested means I'm devoted in this way. It means to have my time, my effort, my energy, my money to a particular undertaking with the expectation, hear me, I'm going to say this boldly, with the expectation of a worthwhile result. Nobody invests in anything that they don't believe will give them or render a return. And sometimes it's hard to commit on this level if you have not fully believed in or committed to the thing that is requiring more investment from you. And we call those kind of investments bad investments when you don't think that return is worth what you give it. But if I believe in it and if I'm committed to it, then that means I'm willing to put in a big investment. To a particular undertaking with the expectation for a worthwhile result. And the result is not always what exactly you put in. You may put in or invest time with somebody, and the result that's worthwhile is their development. Okay, let's make that for example. It's true right here on this platform. My investment to you is my time, my knowledge, my study. And your response to me might not be more time with me. Your response of an worthwhile result of my time spent is to see you better, develop, win, fruitful. That is a return of my investment. When I'm invested, it means to buy into something whose usefulness will repay the cost. Lord, have mercy. When I invest in something, if I invest in a person, if I invest in a situation, if I invest in a cause, if I invest in a relationship, if I invest in a marriage, if I invest in a business, if I invest on my job, that means I'm willing to buy into something or someone who I deem is useful enough to repay the cost of what it cost me. That means it's hard to be committed to something you don't really believe in. It's hard to fake it like you really totally committed to something that you still got questions about. Because sometimes our commitments come down to the matter of value. And it's a hard place. I hear you, Holy Ghost. It's a hard place to be committed to a space or to a person that you begin to question their effectiveness, their sincerity, their integrity, the need. Some of us are doing it by routine. And it's hard to be fully committed to somebody that has lost value and usefulness in your eyes. It's hard for you to be fully committed to a job you don't like anymore. It's hard for you to be fully committed to a person you don't hardly trust anymore. Let me sit right there because I know I got them. People ain't going. I ain't say you couldn't be committed. Because I said there's different levels of commitment. But we're trying to reach remarkable. And a remarkable commitment sometimes comes from a person who is still passionate about the assignment. I want us. Here's my challenge to you. I need you to ask yourself this question. Have I invested in the things that have been a blessing to me, that I have love for, that has helped me, that has poured into me, that I have given my dedication and my committed to? Have I invested? Do I have any skin? While money is a great investment, it's not the only investment. Do I have any investment? Do they get any of my time outside the time I come to hear and glean from them? Do they get any of my energy except from the energy I give to get up and go to be empowered? Do they have any of my talents or my gifts that I sit on and hoard because I'm not ready to give of myself, although I'm sitting in an environment where I'm steady pulling from who they are? What is your investment? To the thing you say got your heart, to the thing you say you got your full commitment. Are you committed to things, and are you committed to people because of how they are impacting you only? Because fully committed people don't see commitments one-sided. Fully committed people that are remarkable in what they do, they feel a burden to give back some of what they've been giving. Let me sit right there. I told y'all that the day, I told y'all this day, the day won't for the weak. It wasn't for the ones who don't really want this. What's your investment? Are you finding yourself having to say it all the time or to explain your appreciation? Because if you're having to explain your appreciation, and if somebody is asking you, do you love me? If somebody is asking you, are you appreciating what I'm doing? Is this making a difference? If somebody has to ask you that, I want you to understand that maybe it's an investment problem. That word invested means to buy into something whose usefulness will repay the cost. No matter what you have to give out, they're worth it because I'm going to get repaid down the line from this. Even if it's just the gratification of seeing it win, I'm going to get my payment. I'm not worried about that. So I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to invest. Listen to me. Let's keep going. It means to provide or endow something or someone with a particular quality or attribute, to endow them, to provide it to it. That's what I'm saying. Real investment means I'm pouring something in. I'm taking from what I have and I'm giving it to something. Come on. Commitment is not just to connect with the right things to get what you need. It means to spend. It means to expend. How are you going to be committed to something and you're not ever exhausted? Whether it's physically or mentally or emotional. Sometimes fully committed people go through these highs and lows of being mentally, physically exhausted because of their commitment to the things that they're passionate about. Action, quite simply, time. They spend, they expend, they lay out. You know what it means to lay out? When you lay out for something, that means I'm available to it for whatever. There's a phrase in baseball when an infielder or an outfielder is going for the ball and they're so committed to catching it that they leave their feet and they completely lay out for it. Oh, I feel the Holy Ghost on here. What have you said you committed to, but you ain't laid out for it in a while? When you lay out something, you risk hard landings. You risk injury. You can come down wrong. People have broken their hands and twisted their knees. Come on, ran into walls because they laid out for something that had their full commitment. Lord have mercy. I feel a layout spirit coming. What have you laid out for? To invest means to spend, to expend, to lay out, to put in. Oh, I love this word. To plow in. You committed to a thing that you're watching everybody else around you burn themselves out. When was the last time you offered your help? Let me plow for a while. Let me give you a rest. It means to plow in. It means to devote. It means, oh, I love this word. You can't be invested. It means to risk. Investment is a risk. You're not guaranteed a full return on an investment. You have a good feeling, you take a risk. And some people you got to just take a risk on. Some things you got to take a risk on. Your relationship with God, it's going to seem risky. You might risk getting hurt again. You might risk getting broken again. You might risk getting disappointed again. It is a risk. And there's no way for me to eliminate the risk for you to become more committed. You've got to be committed in a place that's still risky. You got to take a risk if you want to go deeper. There's no way of getting a fully committed person or getting to a fully committed status without putting yourself in a vulnerable place and taking risk. In the investment world, the bigger the risk, the greater the reward. It's a risk. There's no way around it. It's a risk that you be great to people and they might not be good back to you. It's a risk that you're always the one to forgive and nobody else can give you the same forgiveness. It's a risk. But when I'm invested in my commitments, I'm willing to take certain risks. It means to gamble. That's investment. It means to contribute, to donate, to give. I love this, to charge something. When people get your investment, it charges a thing. It charges an endeavor. I love this. It means to saturate. Come here, fully committed person. Come here, remarkable person. What have you saturated with you? You can't get nothing saturated with a few sprinkles. You can't get nothing saturated with half part-time watering. To saturate something and to be completely immersed with a thing. When was the last time your commitments was just saturated by who you are and what you have to offer and what you have to give and what you was willing to give? This level, this investment is a consistently remarkable performance. This is when you reach the remarkable, and this is when you do it consistently because it's an investment, because you are invested. And what you are invested in will be saturated with you on a consistent basis. You don't take days off. You don't get mad because you don't get missing because you get mad. You don't get out of position because you don't feel appreciated. You don't be mean back because somebody was mean to you. You don't be withholding because something was withheld. It is a fully saturated posture. That it is a decision of a remarkable decision or a decision to remain remarkable. You got me? This is the fifth level of commitment. This is the level that separates. Because now I'm not just totally involved in a thing that I'm committed to, but now I start to invest in it. I invest my time. I invest my talent. I invest my treasure. Not only to maintain it, but to improve it. Let me use the church as an example because I'm a pastor. That's when you have these people that are remarkable, consistently remarkable. They don't need the church budget all the time to get stuff done. Sometimes they got a plan or something they running and that may require something. They just go buy it. They may walk around and see there's a need in the building. They just go come back with it the next Sunday and put it where it belongs. They see something need to be fixed. And they say, oh, this need to be fixed. Pastor, can I have your permission to fix it? And he say, oh, yeah, you got my permission. Let me get to this finance team and I'll get you a payment. He says, no. And you say, no, I didn't ask for you to pay for it. I asked for your permission for me to do it. I'm going to do it. That's another level. That not only do you have my decision to follow you, not only do you have my decision to get involved in what's going on here, but now you have my you have my devotion to give you what is precious. My time, my talent, my treasure. I don't know how much that I have with my own money put in ministry because it was a ministry need. There's others around here that does that. I had one brother that came to me. He saw my heart about some issues going around, parking lot, some things going on. He paid for a couple loaves himself, had it delivered. It was amazing because not only when you see stuff like that, but you can't be a fully committed person and ignore what you see as the issue and what the thing you committed to, or even see it as a stress on the person that's leading your commitment. And you not be so concerned that you want to offer something to help that go away. There's another level of commitment with these invested people that I am invested in the outcome just like you are. That's when it becomes ours and not just yours. And it ain't just church. Some of y'all like that in the community and other, it's when you include yourself in the issue or the problem or the situation, it becomes something that brings me joy to see the thing that I love succeed. And I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so committed to it, that you're going to receive now my investment in it. It's amazing how many people applaud stuff, embrace stuff, even connect to stuff that they've never invested in. And I can tell you, without your investment, you can be committed to something, but you can't be remarkable. You can't be fully committed. And the Bible says, 2 Chronicles, we've been reading, 16:9, that the eyes of the Lord is searching the whole earth, not for a partially committed person, not for somebody who's in and out. He says the eyes of the Lord is constantly searching the earth for those whose hearts are fully committed to him, so that he may stand behind them, encourage them, strengthen them, work for their behalf. It's amazing how we pray to God to invest in our lives. We won't commit to nothing, to something enough to invest in what it is that he's called us to do. This level of commitment is clearly committed to education, clearly committed to improvement, and continuously seeking higher standards of performance. In other words, not only will these people not let something drop, but if they have to give it back over, or if they have to give it to somebody else, they're going to give it to them better than they found it. Ooh, let me ask you this question. And I know I'm out of time. I got to go. But give me about 2 minutes. I'm going to let you go. But let me ask you this question. Is the thing that's in your hand now that you committed to, or the thing that you're a part of, is it better now because you're in it than it was when you joined? That auxiliary that you became a part of, are y'all doing more stuff now? Are y'all more active because you joined since you joined? Is there another level of accountability because you're a part of something? What's been your investment that's brought a rate of return that has immediate impact because somebody else dove all the way in? And has some skin in the game. Your commitment to a thing is constantly or consistently proven. Listen to me. This is on this level, level 5. Your commitment to a thing is consistently proven through your drive to consistently improve it and not just maintain it. These people got a drive to improve it, not just maintain it. Not only do I want to learn what to do, but while I've learned what to do, I'm still looking for ways to do it better. And when I find a way to do it better, I'm not satisfied. I want to always be driving to improve it. Because you are, listen to me, here's the key word, because you're committed to steward it. Now, how did God look at his stewards? Parable of the talent. He gave them talents according to their ability. He went away and came back. And the ones who did not grow it, he rebuked. And the one who hid it, like y'all be trying to hide your talents, hide your money, hide your energy, hide your giftings. Don't want nobody to know what you can do. Don't want nobody to know what you can bring to the table. Y'all hiding it, but still committed to something. God came back and say, you're not even fit to carry what you have. Give me what you have so I can give it to somebody else who will invest. I didn't give it to you to bury, I gave it to you to build upon. When you're fully committed, you're committed to steward a thing, steward a relationship, steward an opportunity, steward a marriage, steward a covenant, steward an auxiliary, steward a responsibility, steward a business, You're not in business to make money. Oh, can I help? Oh, my Lord. Can I sip on that and tell somebody, stop wanting to be owners of businesses if the only thing you see is how much you can make. Business owners, especially small business owners, not just, you're not in business to make money. You're in business to meet a need. Great business people have a heart of service. You got in business so that you can solve a problem. That's the right attitude in being in business. Money is a byproduct of a good heart posture. You don't get into a business to make more money. That's why the business didn't work, because you were never passionate about what you did. When you fall in love with your job and just do what you love to do and love to see smiles on people's faces and love to see their hearts change and their lives change, your money will be a byproduct of your passion. You sitting there trying to figure out what your next business is going to be based on how much it's going to make you. Every wonderful and great invention answer the question or solve the problem. And when you have a passion of serving and solving, God will blow on it because he'll get behind it. Listen, here's what I want to end on. Because if you ever make it to this fifth level of being invested, I need you to know this before we go. It's going to be hard to maintain this level. Even if you reach it, it's going to be hard to maintain this level of commitment without surrounding yourself with other invested people. And this is where some of us miss it, is we try to be invested in our passion, but we around people who doesn't have the same investment. Listen to me. People that are not invested in what you are invested in will always question your investment. You can't afford that. Why are you helping with that? You gave them that. Why you always be the one to ask that they ask to help out? Come on, that's why we never had no time together, because you always at that doggone church. Right? When you gonna make time? That's too much. You done gave them Sunday. They were asking for Wednesday night. Whatever the case may be. When you're around people who are not at the level that's ready to invest anything in it, they're going to always question your desire to give. And if that's your main circle, sooner or later, you're going to start to diminish what you do, question what you do, or do it grudgingly because somebody else has sown a seed. That's what the word of God says. We planted good seed in here. How did all these weeds get in here? Because while we were asleep, the enemy got in. You were sure about your decision to invest in something until you start hanging around weeds. Let me sit right there. People that are not invested fully like you are will always question your level of investment. Come on, somebody. But you have to know this. Invested people operate with a sense of ownership. Stewards have to operate with a sense of ownership. It might not be completely mine, but it's mine while it's in my hand. And I'm going to treat it like it's mine. I'm going to nurture it like it's mine because it's got my name on it. That's your word for today. Who are the invested? Who has the courage in your commitments to go past the level of just immersing yourself to begin to invest in what it is that you say you're passionate about? That's your homework today. I want you to ask yourself this question to anything or anybody you say you love. What have I invested? Is there an investment? You got me? In your relationship with God, you want to be closer to him, but have you invested? You want to stop some habits, but have you invested? What's your skin in the game? What have you sacrificed? What have you done differently? What have you gave of that was valuable? Are you just throwing content and comfortable offerings at stuff? Or are you investing in things? Do your homework. The fact that you're watching me, the fact that you're listening to me is a sign that you have been given another day. And the fact that God gave you another day, that means you still got another assignment. Because he gave you another day, the word says he gave you a brand new mercy. So I need you to do this. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to take what you've been given. I need you to go win what's in front of you. Win your day. Winners win. That's who you are. Go be who you are. Do what you do. And I'll see you in the morning. Peace.